Good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. It's me, Dylan. Again, thank you so much for. You notice I always start my video with the greetings. Then thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you want more content. Give it a like if you like this video, and click that bell button so you wouldn't miss out on any videos that I post out. Anyway, so this is part 2 of our config series on DMVPN. If you would like to know what we've done in part 1, so I think I'll put the link on the notes down below this video. So let's continue on. So with part 1, we've discussed about what is DMVPN, what are the components involved in a DMVPN, how do you configure the spokes, how do you configure the hub, and talked about different phases. And phase 1 is basically um, spokes. If you want to do inter-spoke routing, you always need to go through the hub. But I didn't make an example of that, though I did show you what's the difference in terms of config on the spoke itself. Then on the hub, there's actually a missing component, missing command with phase 3. If you want to go into phase 3, I'm more focused now on just the basic getting you up and running as far as DMVPN is concerned. We're actually running on DMVPN phase 2. And in this video, we're going to show you how do you actually protect your tunnel with an IPsec crypto profile. Now we're going to do that by one, creating your phases, phase 1, phase 2, then creating the profile, then applying that profile on the tunnel itself. So let me repeat that. The first one, do not confuse, by the way, do not confuse the phases on DMVPN with the phases on IPsec, on the VPN itself. They're totally two different things. Okay? So now let's get to work. So if let's do configuration terminal, then let's do our phase 1. So phase 1 will be crypto IC policy. Let's do 100. Okay. I always remember the word haggle. Haggle stands for something. So H stands for hash. We can do MD5 on that one. Then A for authentication. Authentication will do pre-shared. Then we'll do haggle group. Group the Diffie-Hellman. We'll just choose 2. L, I'm just gonna choose the lifetime. Then E for encryption. Well, for this example, we're just gonna do use. Oh, if I know how to spell encryption, 3 des. Oh, by the way, before I continue, if you saw part 1, I really do apologize about that. I was testing out recording a video using my Bose C35 Bluetooth thingo. It was a bit flaky. I will never do that again, I promise. Recording with this Platronics headset is way better. But anyway, again, sorry about that. Okay, so that's your face. Well, I'm not yet done. Crypto ICCam key. I will type, and Dylan is amazing. Then the address would be the underlay or the internet address of your hub, which in this case is 169.254.100.5. That's phase 1. Let's do phase 2, which is crypto crypto IPsec transform set. Come on, fingers. Transform set, transform. And And you know, I noticed because I'm currently running on an ESXi host, if you're doing the same thing and you're running CSRVs, just be very mindful if you're using AH, or AH, depending on what country you're coming from. It will give you an error message. So I would normally just use the ESP. So we'll do 3 des, then ESP MD5 HMAC, and that's our phase 2. Then our mode will be transport. There you go, exit out there. Then we're gonna create the profile. IPsec profile, we'll do AAA. Then set your transform set to transform. And that's your phase 2. And that's it. So if I am going to show run section crypto, or if I do show run crypto, okay, so don't mind these ones because this is what I've created earlier. Okay, so what we're after, let me open again another notepad. Okay, so let's paste the entire thing. Format, font, let's increase the format so you guys can see this better. We're after AAA. Transform set, transform, HMAC. Dylan is, we're after the Dylan is amazing. And that is your config. Okay, so now the crypto, the phase 1 is in phase 2. Think of it as like an ACL. You know, ACL, you can do whatever you want to do with it. It's a very powerful tool, kind of like a prefix. It's no different from a prefix list. But the thing with it, it doesn't do anything until you apply it to something, right? So pretty much the same thing for the setting up your IPsec or your IPsec phase 1 and phase 2. That thing, it's there, but unless you apply it on something, on an interface, then that's the only time it will be very useful. Okay, so now let's put that aside. Now let's go to our tunnel 0. Then to apply our profile, we're gonna go tunnel protection IPsec profile and the profile name, and that's it. Okay, you will notice that your tunnel will go down because basically you have start encrypting your data towards the tunnel. Okay, so that's why you're getting this one. Now to bring that back up, we'll do the same thing on router 5, which is your hub. Just be very careful. Remember, this is, you know what, let's just add the interface tunnel 0, IPsec. We'll do tunnel protection IPsec profile AAA, and that's it. That's your template. Copy that. I should have done end and config T. Okay, and you'll notice that the rest. So since we've applied the IPsec over the hub itself, it start like all the other hubs, like router 2, router 3, router 4, they went down because now we need to protect those tunnels as well. So if we go to, I think router 1 has re-established itself. Oh, oh, okay, look. So bad message, Ike message, failed sanity check, malform. I think we made an error here. Okay. Do you have an idea what was actually wrong with my config? So if we do show run section, oh no, I'll just give it away. Where is my notepad? Okay, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. I think it's this one. Okay, so that's the one. You will notice that the password or look at this one. What's the difference? So we did an ICCam key, but it's pointing to the address of myself. Okay, so I applied this on the hub itself, uh, which is incorrect. So this should be 000, meaning I don't care where you're coming from, but as long as you have the key of Dylan is amazing, then we're all good. Now in production environment, this would not be applicable because that's opening yourself to all sorts of attacks. But anyway, you have all some other keys like your network ID or your tunnel key that you can also you can use to control who's coming into your network. But anyway, let me change this one. Copy that. And where is that part? So if I click exit, right mouse click that one. Oh, do show section crypto. Okay, so this guy is actually already using it. So no, let's delete that. Let's delete that guy. And also let's delete this guy right here. I hope you guys can still follow me. Okay, so we're going back to our pre-shared key. And that should bring up our our peering. Let me see if we do show DMVPN. Okay, so tunnel is up. Very good. That's a good sign. Also, the neighbor is up, which means it started working. So if I do show DMVPN, yep, it's up. Show NHRP, show IP NHRP. That's also looking good. So now, what we're gonna do is we're going to start pasting this stuff. Again, the great thing about DMVPN, as I mentioned during the first video, it's very easy to deploy. You can easily template your configs, and as you add branches, all you have to do is change the interface IP of the tunnel, and you're good to go. And everything else is the same for all the spokes. Okay, so let's copy this and let's paste it here. This guy, configure terminal, and let's paste that guy there. Also with this guy, and last but not the least, router 4. All right. Now, if we do show route EIGRP, and we have our network back. So if we do a trace to 150 1.2.2, which is the loopback of router 2. It goes to router 5, then goes to router 2. Okay. All right. So that wraps up this short video. Way shorter than the first video because I just want to show you how you can actually apply VPN or IPsec crypto profiles to protect your MGRE. And I hope you've learned something from this video. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. More videos to come. And remember, guys, be a lifelong learner. Keep on studying. It's all worth it. And I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you, and have a great day.